You may begin whenever you are ready.
Okay. How many of you like to play card games? Oh, that's cool. Poker, different from most of the card games, it's not a lucky game. Actually, in professional games, more than 80% of the games are won by the most capable player. In World Series of Poker each year, the winners are always the same. And wherever you want to be a superstar or just have fun with your friends, poker can give you many benefits. You will learn about math to build your strategies, a better strategy over the time. You will learn about emotional control, like to control your reactions, to understand people's emotion, to deal with failures, to be disciplined. You will learn about money management, to know when it's profitable to take risks, when you should bet, when you should stop. And of course, also it's fun. You can have a good time playing with your friends. So to play poker, you just need a deck of 52 cards, some chips or something to pretend to be chips, and 6 people. 6 could be more, could be less, but 6 it's a good number. And the objective on poker is to match your cards that you have in your hand with the cards on the table to build the best possible combination. You have, for example, a high card, pair, 2 pairs, 3 of a kind, and this is the ranking of all the combinations. And now I will show to you how those are table of Texas. You can come in.
He's gonna wait.
I will show to you how those table of Texas Hold'em works. Texas Hold'em is the most famous poker in the world, and in Texas Hold'em, of course, the first step, you should prepare the table. You have 5 cards on the table, and these cards are open. Everybody can see the cards on the table and use for the combinations, and 2 cards in your hands, only you can see and only you can use. The Texas Hold'em has 5 rounds of bets. The first round is the pre-flop, so there is a dealer, and the person in front of the dealer is the first person to speak. So this person should put a blind, which is a mandatory bet, just to start to move in the money on the game. And each person can have a time to speak. And for example, I am the following person. I can look into my cards. Oh, good cards. So I can either pay what is on the table, I can raise, like put more money, or I can quit. But in this case, I will pay. And if the blind is 10, for example, I pay 10, and this player pays 10, 10, and 10. And in this round, so this round is finished, the pre-flop, and all the money goes to the pot. And now there is a flop, which is like a flop, flop, and flop. And you can see 3 cards on the table. These cards you can use to make your combinations. So right now, everyone has a pair, at least a pair of 7s, because it's on the table. You can have, if you have a 7 in your hand, you will have a 3 of a kind, which is a good game. And after this, there is another round of bets, like everybody can put money, can pass, or can quit. But all the people should have the same amount of money to continue in the game. Let's suppose that everyone passes, and now we have the turn. The turn is a 9. So now we can form a sequence here, because if I have a 8 and a 10, I will have a sequence of 5 cards. It's possible with this table. And now there is another round of bets, and the river. The river changes everything, because now I can see my cards, I can see the game that I have, but I don't know the game you have, the other players have. So maybe you put 100 chips on the table, I can put 200, you can cover, and if we have the same amount, we will go to the showdown, which is the last step of poker. We show our cards, showdown, and the person who has the best combination wins this round and gets the chips from the table. And you can win the game if you are playing with your friends. Normally you play a tourney, like you won all the chips off the table. In the casinos, it is a cash game. For example, you use dollars to buy chips and chips to buy dollars. But the tricky part on poker is that 80% of the games doesn't get here to the showdown. So for example, sometimes you can bet without having nothing, and if no one pays you, you can get all the chips from the table. Of course, the bluff is a bittersweet strategy because if someone pays you, you will lose everything. But poker has many, many strategies, and this is the reason why some people spend a lifetime to study mathematics, psychology, strategies, because poker can be learned. And of course, there is a lucky factor, like it's 20% lucky, so maybe now you can play with Daniel Negreanu, and maybe you can win if you have some lucky. And just for making the lucky part more exciting, I have a small prize here to the person in this room holding the best combination. Like you have 2 cards in your hands, and these are the cards of the table. 7, 7, J, 9, and 2. Like everybody here, can everybody see? Everybody here has at least a pair. Does anyone have 2 pairs?
2 pairs.
2 pairs, okay. And anyone have a 3 of a kind? Like a 7 in your hand? Oh, you have a 7. Okay, 3 of a kind. Anyone has a sequence? Like you need to have a 10 and a 8 to have a sequence. No one? Only you have a 3 of a kind? Okay, flush here is not, oh, flush. Someone has 2 cards of clubs?
No.
You have 2 clubs?
Get a flush.
Okay.
Yeah.
And okay, straight flush is not possible here, royal flush also no. And full house, no, because you should have a 3 of a kind and a pair. So you have the nuts flush, I think. Oh, you have the nuts flush because it's a flush with the ace. So this is the highest flush possible. And of course, actually this is the highest combination in this hand. So congratulations, you won this. And okay, just finish. Just like in life, in poker, sometimes you will win with a king, sometimes you will lose with a full house, but no matter what happens, the best thing to do is never give up and keep playing. So thank you very much and see you on the tables.